Today on the channel, we're going to check out from NECA, Ben Cooper, Costume Kids, Godzilla, and the Wolfman. Ooh. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Hansel, and today we have another Ben Cooper NECA Costume Kids. This time we have Godzilla and we have the Wolfman. Excited about these two. Now, if you are a fan of Raymond Casteel's Basement of Horror, you might have seen his first episode of this new season, which was all about Ben Cooper and where they came from, how they started, how NECA got a hold of Ben Cooper. But it is a very good episode, so I highly, highly recommend checking out Raymond Casteel's Basement of Horror if you want a deep dive into Ben Cooper. And he actually goes over both of these, not figures, but these costumes, the actual 1970s costumes. So check out Raymond Casteel's Basement of Horror. All right, back to these. Now, checking out the packaging. I think I want to go with Godzilla first. So we'll set Wolfman here because I think I like Wolfman a little more. So we're going to save the best for last. So looking at Godzilla. Now, this is popping. What a box design. Very nice. It's not the traditional blue like we have over here, but it has a big Godzilla on it. It says Ben Cooper right there. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. We have our NECA logo there, but look at them colors. Yellow, orange, pink, red, green. Very good. And we get Godzilla blowing a flame there. And it says action figure with costume and masks. So excited to get this out of the box. Checking out the top, we do have NECA Godzilla size 5.5, ages 17 up, and choking hazards. Now this would have said on the box that the costume, the real costume came in, would have said size small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. Over here we have Ben Cooper, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, action figure with costume and mask. On this side, look at that. Ain't that pretty? We have the same Godzilla. It is 32 in the line. You can see the 32 right there. We get the Ben Cooper logo. Get this awesome purple and red and orange and yellow again. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, action figure with costume and mask again. This side is the same exact thing. On the bottom, you get warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes. We have the makers, the producers of this action figure there. And on the back, look at there, we get an up-close picture of our figure. Ben Cooper logo up there, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And down here it says collect them all, although we only have one figure on there. But that is it with the packaging. Now, I will say, and I've said it on a few of my other videos, the one thing I would have loved to see NECA do is have just the lid lift off like our costumes back in the day. And the other thing is have these masks so they're removable. Maybe I'll touch on that a little bit in the video. But yeah, that is it. That is our Godzilla packaging. So let's take him out of the box. I will take him out of the bottom as I do most of my NECA figures, I'll say. We'll get in here and pop this open. There we go. Reach in here, grab our Ben Cooper kid, pull him out. There's our empty package. And here is our Godzilla costume kid in his plastic coffin and tray. Now we will take him out of that tray and look at this. This is an orange tray. Nothing much to it. I do like that storefront on there better, but I don't know. Maybe things are tough over there at NECA right now financially. I doubt it. They're getting a lot of my money. All right, now here is Godzilla costume kid in his plastic coffin. And he has a bag, but we'll go ahead and cut him out first. So I'm going to grab my scissors, turn him over, cut this tie there. All right, turning back over. We're going to grab Godzilla by his toe, pull him up, and Godzilla Costume Kid NECA has been resurrected. There he is. Look at that. Looks good. Looks very good. All right, let's look at his bag first. Here's the empty coffin. Does have the silica package in there to keep moisture off of your figure there. We'll get rid of this. And let's look at his bag first. Now, this is a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to have seen a Godzilla-inspired bag or a pillowcase or something like that. But it's pretty neat. It's got Trick or Treat on it. It is multicolored. It has an owl. I see a cat, a devil, a witch, and a couple jack-o'-lanterns on there. Very nice. On the other side is the same thing. At least it is two-sided, though. They could have just done one-sided, and we've been disappointed. But I would have liked to see a more Godzilla-inspired candy receptacle, whether it be a pail or what. But we get what we get. All right, let's check out this Godzilla right here. Now, articulation's the same as the rest of our Ben Cooper. Double-jointed pinned elbows, single-jointed knees. We have the ab crunch in there. It does twist at the ab crunch as well as crunch. Head articulation. It does go all the way around. Head. If these heads are removable, I don't know about it. Mask, of course, they're not removable. He's got wrists go up and down. He's on his legs on a rocker. He's got a ball joint on his legs, so he can move them legs around, and he can point his toe down. That's about the gist of the articulation. But they are fun. They are super, super fun. There is an upper arm cut as well, so you can get a little movement on that, however you want to hold your bag. So let's take a look at this face sculpt. Man, it is Godzilla. He's got yellow. You can see scales. He's got green. He's got flames coming out. His mouth is open. We see the top teeth. Woo! Those are sharp top teeth. Got a little orange and black around the sides of his eyes there. He does have some, I guess you call them spikes or whatever on the top of his head. But looks really good. I'm sure NECA, or I'm sure Ben Cooper made a costume that looked like this. But it looks awesome. Now the costume body cover here is kind of a plastic. It's almost a vinyl plastic, but it's not the hard, crunchy plastic that we had on these costumes when we was kids. But it is pretty neat. It is popping, and you get an awesome picture of Godzilla. He is just burning up something, and it's awesome. It says Godzilla on there. He's got red eyes. He's got the teeth. Doesn't really look like Godzilla to me, but whatever. Red on the bottom. Around the back, you got yellow on the top, red on the bottom. We got green and white shoes. He does have a black hair on this kid. You can see the rubber band come around, but I love these. I love these. You can see his eyes in there, the kid's eyes. But very, very nice. We'll try to get his bag in his hand here. There you go. And when I watched Raymond Castile today, this morning, so informative on this Ben Cooper stuff. But I'm going to try to leave the link to his YouTube video of his first episode of this season in the description below. So check that out if you want. So there's Godzilla. Let's take a look at our Wolfman. Now this may turn out to be my favorite NECA Ben Cooper costume kid yet. I really like the Wolfman. I think I had the Wolfman when I was a kid. I can't say for sure. But let's look at this packaging. Now, this is the packaging I remember. Look at the blue. Look at the Frankenstein. You got the Wolfman, the Mummy, and you have the creature from the Black Lagoon there, Gilman. Come on here, Godzilla. Stay right there. It says monster figure with costume and mask. Ages 17 and up. Warning, choking hazards. NECA right there. Got this big yellow moon right there behind Frankenstein there. But looks good. Ben Cooper logo. I love this round right here. Again, I wish these just lifted off like our masks did, our costumes. On this side, you get Monster. You got some bats. Figure with costume and mask. On here, you have Gillman and the Mummy. This is number 30 in the series of NECA Ben Cooper kids. On this side, you get the Mummy and Frankenstein Ben Cooper logo, some bats, monster figure with costume and mask, warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes on the bottom there, the makers of the action figure there. And on the back, look at this back. We've seen this before because this is not the first one I've unboxed. Oh, yes, it is. I believe it is. I believe this is the first one. Maybe I did unbox the Spooky Monster on the channel already. I believe I do have the rest of them to unbox on the channel, though. But we have a Clown, which is 26, 27, Metaluna Mutant, 28 is the Spooky Monster, 29, Visible Man, and 30, which is this one, is Wolfman. Also available, glows in the dark. You have Creature, Dracula, Frankenstein, Phantom, and Vampire Girl that glow in the darks, and it does have collect them all. Love that. That is what the bottom of the box did look like. It had a checklist of the different masks you could get. So very awesome, very nostalgic packaging here. I love it. All right, let's get this one out of the package. Like I said, come from the bottom here like I do all mine. And this, I'm telling you, maybe my favorite Ben Cooper NECA figure yet. Pull him out of here. Empty packaging right there. We'll set that down. And here is our Wolfman costume kid in his coffin and his tray. Pull him out, and here is what I was talking about. What would you rather have? Would you rather have that, or would you rather have that? I believe we're all going to select this one, but they give us this one on some of them for some reason. But I do love that storefront right there. And, you know, maybe I'm thinking maybe this is the one where they actually made a costume that matches the figure that comes with it. Maybe not. I don't know. Has anybody noticed that yet? But I love that. Ben Cooper costume shop, masks, costumes, supplies. Very, very 70s or 80s style right here. And we get our Frankenstein, Creature, Wolfman, and Mummy there. It says new. How about that? New right there. Monster, costume, and mask. You get the brick. And here at the door, it is 3080. Is the address. I don't know if that stands for anything, but it says Ben Cooper Costume Shop open. And I absolutely love that. That is so cool. So cool. All right, we'll set that out of the way. Here is the Wolfman in his plastic coffin without the tray. All right, I will look at his plastic tub first now. Now, this, I guess I'm okay with this because this would have never come with a pail. This costume wouldn't have actual Ben Cooper, but look at that. That is your plastic pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, pail, candy receptacle, whatever you want to call it. I love it. It's got the eyes and the nose and the smiley mouth cut out. You get this black handle. Very nostalgic. Now, I've said on a video before, and I'll say it again, these were not ideal to collect candy in. You could get halfway around the block, and it was full. So you had to go back home, empty it, go where you started, and continue collecting candy from door to door. So those were never ideal in my town. We used a pillowcase. That's what we always used. All right, let's turn him over, and we'll grab our scissors here, and we'll cut the back of him. Or her. It could be a her. Turn him over. We'll grab Wolfman by his toe, pull him up, and Ben Cooper, Costume Kid Wolfman, has been resurrected. There he is. Empty coffin right there with our silica package. We'll set that out of the way. And man, oh man, this is dynamite. I don't think we're going to go over articulation. Same as our Godzilla there, and same as all the other ones. Let's just get right into this. He is amazing. And I'll say it, it is indeed my favorite Ben Cooper kid so far. I love this. Look at that mask. We got black and green hair. We got the big furry black eyebrows. We got green around the upper eyes, green on the cheeks and the upper jaw there. We have the teeth coming up from underneath like a Wolfman should have. He has kind of this gray blue or violet, or I don't know what color, that mauve maybe, skin, kind of a pinched up nose with green accents on that. So, and you can see hair all the way around his jawline there. This is amazing. Coming down, we get a red collar, and we get hair, fake hair painted on this costume. It does say Wolfman on his right, right around here on his right chest. You can see the Wolfman hands coming down. He's got, I guess, rope around his upper arm, just below the shoulder. I'm not sure what that is, but I do like it. And then the face on there, just creepy. That is so good. He's got red in his ears. He's got a little blood on the top of his head. He's got blood coming down off his mouth. Wow, this looks absolutely good. Here we got that same rope coming around his waist, and it's got a tie there, and it's got blood red on it. Awesome, awesome figure right here. Very, very nice. Coming down, he's got this like light green or peppermint green pants and yellow shoes with black soles and white shoelaces. So this is awesome. The back, top yellow, the peppermint green on the bottom. He does have the Velcro. Now this is why I would love to have these masks come off, because I had this mask when I was a kid, and obviously this kid is not me. This is a little black kid. This is a little white. This kid is obviously not me. I had blonde curly hair. Now, I couldn't use this kid for me, and I couldn't use this kid for me, but if I could pop this mask off and they make another kind of a blonde curly headed kid, I could take this mask off, take this smock off, and put it on that other kid, and I could reimagine myself in this costume. But either way, this is definitely my favorite Ben Cooper costume kid yet. Absolutely love it. Very nostalgic. I love the yellows and the reds and the greens. It just looks so, so good. We'll try this in his hand. So this kid right here, I'm envious of this kid. He got my favorite costume. So I want to trade whatever my kid is for this kid's costume, because he has the best one. I can't get him to stand. I should get a stand out here so I can stand them together. Here he is. So Ben Cooper costume kids, looking so, so good. Now, if you have not yet, go ahead and listen to the Never Not Horror podcast. It's on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Audible. Listen to that. It's myself and my co-host, Steve L. Clark, the great author of so many horror books. And it is so much fun. We have a great time. We deep dive into a particular movie. One week, the next week will just be a random, either a countdown or a ranking video, or I believe one we got coming up, we just talk about Halloween and what Halloween means to us and how we had Halloween when we was kids. And I do talk about the Ben Cooper costumes, because I was a Ben Cooper kid. I was a monster kid. Steve was a monster kid, and we just have so much fun. So check out the Never Not Horror podcast. But that is going to be it. Oh, also check out that Raymond Castile Basements of Horror, the first episode of the new season. It is right out now. It is on YouTube, so I will leave that link in the description. I'll leave a link to the Never Not Horror podcast in the description. But that's going to be it for Ben Cooper, for NECA, for Godzilla, for the Wolfman. Till next time. Oh.